Okay, yeah. So I will continue cautiously into this cave.
Okay, so like I said, you fly through the big opening. It travels for a little while, and eventually comes to a lot larger cavern. And you see this dragon that you were following. He has landed, and has turned around, and it looks like he's kind of waiting for you.
Okay. I'd like to land, but stay at the mouth of where the cave opens up.
It was like on the top, so like you would have to fly like down and onto the ground.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, then I will land and follow him.
Okay.
What do I see when it opens up? I guess first before I land.
A very large cavern, not a whole lot in here. It looks very empty.
Okay.
You can't really see that far because it's very dark everywhere. Your night vision and torch really don't reach the walls everywhere,
Okay.
and they don't have lights set up, so you're not exactly sure how big it is.
Okay. I will land and keep my torch lit and cautiously follow this other red dragon.
Okay. He says, "Wait here. I'll bring him."
Okay.
So
What was it? Seems
he turns around and he starts walking into the like further down into the cave, and he looks like he disappears.
I wait.
How long are you gonna wait for?
That's I mean, I would wait. This is Scrug. Well, this is Scrug. He'd give it 20 minutes, I suppose. And if he hasn't if nothing has come out to see him, I'm gonna get him killed. He would go farther into the cave. He would go
Well,
the direction.
luckily for you, in about 15 minutes, they come back. You hear them talking a little bit. Um,
Okay.
I swear, brother, if this is another one of your tricks, this is the last one. And you see two large dragons come out.
Okay. I am not the first to speak.
This thing, this, you say this is the one, and you recognize this one to be the one that you fought the other night. Actually, yeah, it wasn't that long ago, was it? It was only a few days. How long has it
We
been
made
since you
it.
guys fought that one?
We that was the mines, so we flooded the mines, got accosted by the dragon on the way back, and then did the James petrification wizard tower thing, and then
Okay, so it has been a good
I
like
think
week or two probably.
it's a little bit. Oh, but now before you eat me, I need your help.
He's gonna come down really close to you and get his head right in front of you, probably
Okay.
within a foot. You can feel his hot breath on your face. You are. You're the one. He opens up his mouth, and it looks like he's starting to do something.
Now wait! Your brother's in trouble. You know I love him just as much as you, right? We need to go get him, please. And I'll like um Volk and I will both like he doesn't have well I guess maybe he has knees I don't know I will get down on like my knees my hands out in front of me and Volk will just like lower himself to the ground as I continue to try to spit out that Gurks is in trouble. I'll say Gurks and then say it's Rakad's in trouble.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. And I don't think it's too metagamey, but I guess you can decide that. But I would like naturally in this situation, I feel like I would constantly be taking the dodge action because I'm like I still don't want to die. So like in my mind, I'm getting ready to
I
bolt if it
mean,
looks like
metagaming does a dodge action really help with a breath weapon?
a dexterity saving throw. Yeah,
Does it
gives
though?
you. I mean, it's up to you, but like in this situation, I'm like I Scrug, I feel like, is ready to bolt if the dragons are like, no, I'm just going to eat you. He's not going to sit here. Well, we'll see. But you wanted persuasion.
Persuasion. Yep.
I just wanted that thought out before. I'm going to use an inspiration before that thought,
Okay.
or before you said what you're going to say. Oh man, an 11's going to have to do it to start.
Okay. Um, he rears back and he opens. He You can see his mouth getting a lot hotter, starting to glow. Um, but he shuts his mouth. What do you mean he's in trouble?
Well, see, I was taking really good care, but this guy came and he forced Rakad to follow him against his will, and there's no way I'm strong enough to get him, and all my friends don't want to fight him either. So I thought that I would come to you guys who could almost certainly take him. But there's no way I was going to let Rakad stay with that monster.
So
If I
you
have to
don't
go fight
have
him by
him.
myself, I will.
You don't have him right now.
No, he was taken from me.
Hmm. He looks back at his brother. Do we take him? And his brother responds, I think we should take him to her.
Take me? Take me where?
Come, little one. And they walk back into the cave.
I'm sweating. I'm sweating. All right, I'll follow.
Okay, so you guys walk for a little while. It opens up into a lot larger cavern. There's tons of fire in this one. You're not sure if it's lava or what, but something is definitely glowing like red in here, and it's a lot hotter in here. And
Okay.
there is another dragon at the very other side, and this one's about 3 times bigger than these two that are in front of you.
Okay. So the two that were in front of me, they're essentially the same size. They look like they're about the same.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And this other one's 3 times the size. Okay.
Yeah. And so the ones that are in front of you, you would guess that they're maybe like about an adult size.
Okay.
And so this one's, yeah, a lot larger than that. As they walk in,
Holy.
the uh, the the other one says, "Mother, we have someone for you to speak with." She lifts her head up. Who is it? He turns to you.
Scrug. I
The dragon looks at you.
you're I have information about Rakad. He's been taken.
With that, she stands up on all four and looks at you. Speak.
I don't know if you know this God Emperor Boros guy, but um I Scrug or not Scrug. He meant to say it's funny because I stuttered. I meant to say Gurks and then was going to say Rakad. You know, Rakad and I were getting along really well, but this guy came in and just took him against his will. All he had to do was speak to him, and Gurks followed him. And then he went through this portal. I don't know exactly where it went, but I know kind of where that other guy is at. But there's no way I can take him on my own. Or if I have to, I'll try. I will get Gurks. I mean Rakad back.
As you actually roll a perception.
Okay. And I didn't say, but I would like to roll in there that uh, I can't take him. I want you guys to help me, but if not, I'm still gonna try, sort of deal.
Okay,
Um, and you wanted perception.
perception. Okay,
Oh, come on.
that's probably good enough.
I'm so good
So
at perceiving things.
as
Supposed to
you're
be.
saying all that, when you mention the name Boros, you can see all three of them like that gets a very large reaction out of all of them. They all stiffen up and they you're not the best at reading dragon faces and like emotions, but you
Yeah.
get the feeling that like that really unnerved them.
Okay. Quick question. Am I in like a hoard room? Is there stacks and stacks of cool stuff in here? Anything like that?
Nothing that
Or
you
is
can
this like a
really
cave?
make out in this one.
Okay,
There are lots of other like hallways basically leading
sure,
off of here, but this looks more like a anteroom type of thing.
gotcha. Okay, so I'll kind of get back down on. I guess I don't know if I get on my knees, but scrunch myself up a little more when I can tell something set them off a little bit. Do you know him?
She lets out a big puff of smoke. Kind of sounds like a grunt. Yes, Boros is known to us. The one of the other brothers, he looks to his mother. Mother, we're we're not allowed to interfere. She responds, I know that. We. She looks back at you. We cannot. We we cannot interfere with Boros. The Great Lady says so, and we follow
The
her
great
commands.
lady says. Let me write a little bit of this down in case it matters. Someone commands you? Who's this great lady?
Don't be naive, young goblin. Tiamat is the one that rules us all.
Okay. What does Scrug know about Tima? I don't really know a whole lot other than like she's OP and terrified in the
Um,
Dragon of all dragons.
yeah, she's basically like the queen, essentially, of chromatic dragons.
Okay.
But she's essentially god level. We cannot interfere with Boros and his plans, or whatever they may be. However, I think we may be able to still help you.
Please, anything.
I know of a group that is working against Boros, and as far as I heard, they're making progress to, how shall we say, neutralize him.
Well, who's this group?
The Broken Blades.
Okay.
Seek them out in Ozul.
I mean, are you sure they're going to be strong enough uh, to stand against him? My friends and I, or my friends seem pretty scared of the guy, and I mean, heck, uh, I mean, no offense, but we were willing to fight you, and all, and I'll point at like a gesture at the one brother that we did fight. It's like like we were willing to fight a
Roll a
dragon.
dexterity save.
Oh,
As you say that about the one that you fought, he goes to stomp next to you, but you're able to kind of roll out of the way a little bit.
okay. And I'll basically clarify. No, no, I didn't mean it like that. Um, but clearly this guy's pretty strong. If we're not if they weren't even willing to come with me to fight him, you're sure the broken blades can help us get Girk's Rakad back?
As I said, they are able, or at least should be able, to neutralize his powers.
Neutralize his powers.
That
Sorry, my iPad's about to die.
that is your best course of action. Bring me back Rakad.
Um,
And you will be rewarded.
oh boy. Uh, Rewarded how?
You don't think I have a horde?
I mean, I'm sure you have a horde, but I guess I'm not sure anything compares to the love I have for Rakad. He and I uh, are inseparable now. That's why I've gone to such great lengths to get him back.
Rakad is my son.
All right. Well, okay, okay. It was never my intention to break up your family. Um, where was I going with this? Essentially, something along. I didn't want to break up your family, but from the moment I saw him, I I loved him. He was mine, and I was his, and he was mine. Uh, but what I care more about than than that is that he is no longer under Boros's thumb. So if that means leaving him with you somewhere he's going to be valued, then take a deep breath. Uh, then so be it.
Yes, you would do well to bring him back here. It's not difficult to hunt you down.
Yeah, how did you do that the first time? To be honest, because that was kind of crazy. I'm pretty good at hiding. We're all pretty good at hiding.
No response.
Okay. Um, did they give me instructions on how to reach out to the broken blade?
Nope.
Visualize. Well, okay, then I'll ask. Well, then how am I? How? Okay, okay. Back to the task at hand. How do I get in touch with the broken blade?
The broken blade works out of Ozul. Head to Ozul.
Okay, but it is. Do we know is like Ozul like a big place
It's a
similar to
it's a city.
Belton?
Yeah, it's a city.
It's a huge place. Okay. Okay, but that's. I mean, that's like a big place, right? There's nothing more you can tell me?
Ask.
Did did uh did Tiamat give you a reason why you couldn't help? I mean, because that seems kind of harsh that you couldn't search out your own family, right? Like, what does Tiamat have to do with this Boros guy?
The great lady made a deal with Boros, and in that deal we are not allowed to interfere.
Okay. Out of game, I need a second to think about if there's anything else I want to ask.
Sure.
And from everything I've seen so far, does it seem like it's this three trio? There's not any other dragons running around in here or signs of.
You're not really sure. It
Okay,
seems like it's a really big place, and you haven't really been able to see like everywhere in here.
sure.
Seems like there's lots of other like ways that they could go. So it could fit
Okay.
more than just the three, but You haven't
Gotcha.
seen any signs of more than three.
Okay, now please don't incinerate me for this, but I'm gonna need some sort of proof that I was actually here because there's no way my friends are gonna believe that I actually found this place.
And I'm gonna like um prostrate myself before this mother dragon and and uh and ask for a scale. Is a red, especially if it's three times the size of an adult dragon. I imagine the scales are freaking huge. Um, I would like to.
Can I please? Is there a scale that I can bring back to show that I made it here to prove to them so I can get them to help me in my quest?
What would a scale prove?
It would prove that I encountered a red dragon as large as you, that I didn't just make it all up and then lie to them.
You do not need my scale for that.
Well, I need something. I mean, I have lied to them in the past, so I think they're just gonna think I'm lying to them again because I really want to help get Rakad back.
You hear rumbling coming from her. After a while, you kind of assume that that's laughing. Very well. I'll send you with something. And she nods to one of her children, and he heads off down one of the hallways.
Thank you for not eating me right away, by the way.
Bring me back, Rakad.
I will do.
And I'll like finally. This will probably be the first time I like make eye contact, which who knows if that's a bad thing, but I'll look up and I'm just gonna say,
I will do everything in my power to bring Rakad. I will do everything in my power to get Rakad from Boros.
You play me
and
for a fool.
What? No.
You will bring back Rakad here.
Okay, yes, yes, I'll bring it back here. I'll bring it back here.
Roll a persuasion or a deception.
okay, well then let me think on it because I hmm, is he lying? No, when he started this fight, I was kind of just being cheeky. He was when he start or not started the fight. He was in. He intends on bringing him back here. He'd rather him be here than with Boris. Oh no, not deception. Oh, even though it was a 19, I didn't want deception. I swear, I wanted persuasion.
Okay.
Are you gonna allow me to roll
Yeah, roll
persuasion? I'm
persuasion.
I'm being honest, which is dumb because I there's a 19 there, but hey, persuasion. Okay. Um, Actually, I guess she just gets to roll to know if I'm legitimately telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. I got nothing to hide.
Okay. Very good. And about that
Gotta
time,
shut up.
um, a uh, a human walks out of the side. Um, it looks like he's carrying a very nice looking short bow. It's like glowing
Okay.
and it has lots of, you wouldn't quite say sparkles, but you could almost swear that it's sparkling.
Okay. Does this human seem like I don't not happy? Well fed, nourished. Does he seem like this guy that's here until he
He looks
dies?
no, he looks really like uh, elegant, extravagant.
Okay. So he's like, I mean, he's part of the crew. He's not necessarily just this slave that's expendable force, I guess.
Sure.
Okay.
And he hands the bow out to you.
Okay. What? Okay.
Will this do?
Yep, yep, yep. This will probably do. Yep, this will do.
Okay. And then he hands you the bow. Do you
Okay.
take it?
Yes, I take it.
Okay. And he starts walking back, and then he starts shifting and molding, and he turns back into the dragon.
Okay. He'll just stare and wonder at that for probably longer than he should, kind of deal. And before he kind of like snaps back to,
Um, so do I do I go now?
You hear her start laughing again. Yes, go.
so he'll kind of like he'll try to be like slow getting on Volk, not like to be in a hurry. And then like when Volk kind of like takes flight, he'll really like yeah, and just get out of there as soon as he can.
Sure. Okay.
Well, that went better than I thought.
Okay. And yeah, I assume at this
Um,
point you're probably going to be heading back to the group.
yeah. Well, I don't know what they did, so I would go back to the tavern, to our
Well,
tavern,
yeah, I just
and
mean yeah, back to
oh
like.
yeah, yeah. I'm not doing any more laps or gonna try to sneak in or anything stupid.
Okay.
I'm getting out of there.
Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, we'll catch you back up with the group whenever they finish whatever they're doing.
Sounds good.